Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are. And yes, Happy New Year! Yeah, I'm sure we're all excited to be here this year. Meanwhile, welcome to my kitchen. I've done a couple of videos from my kitchen, but I just thought I'll do this morning as I was trying to prepare some things for the family. So today is the first. On Christmas Day, I was the one that cooked for the family, or hubby and I cooked, and so today we told the boys that they're going to be cooking for us. But I know that one of the things they want to cook is pasta, and whenever they're making their pasta, they always love, where's my sieve? They always love this okay, now I don't know why I dropped the sieve. I used it a couple of minutes ago. Whenever they're making their pasta, they always love to use meatballs. And I felt, while I was doing my shopping, I didn't get meatballs. So I am going to make meatballs for them. So I thought I'll make meatballs for them, and so this is me trying to make meatballs. What you can hear, this is my breadcrumb. I'm sieving it to try and take out as much water as I can. I have soaked this in water just to give it those so that my meatballs doesn't come out really they don't come out too dry. And so I've got my minced meat, and those are my herbs that I use. I love using my fresh herbs while I make these things. And there's something I discovered during the holiday. One of my friends actually gave me this, or made me buy this, so that when she watches this video, she won't come and tell me she gave me. We went shopping together, and she made me buy this too, and I've really fallen in love with them. Anything I cook, I have to add them in. So I'm going to be adding, this is ginger. I love my ginger. I love garlic, but so I use more of ginger than I use garlic. So this is I'm going to be adding 3 or 4, yeah, let's do 4 tablespoons of my ginger and 2 of my garlic. Yeah, 2 and a bit. Let's be generous. So I use 2 and a bit of my garlic. Oh, the smell, the aroma is heavenly. So I'm going to be using that, and my breadcrumbs, I'm pouring that in as well. Let's see the rest. I poured in my breadcrumbs, and I'm going to be adding some seasonings. Now, I'm going to give you guys a secret. I don't use beef cubes. For some reason, I tend to use, this is black pepper, crushed black pepper. I got this from Costco, and I'm going to be adding a bit of that. I love black pepper. So yeah, be generous with that. And sea salt as well. I do sea salt more than, I don't really use salt to cook. I do more of seasoning and then no salt, but let's add a bit of sea salt because this is mainly for the young men in my life, in my house. So I've added a bit of sea salt there, and then the remaining breadcrumbs. Now, forgive me, I'm not doing any measuring, I'm just, I'm an African mom, and so I do a lot of that. Let me take off my engagement ring. And so I've added that. Now, to the seasoning, I'm going to be using this. It's actually crayfish. I love the aroma, I love the taste of crayfish in everything I cook. So crayfish seasonings are like the staple in my house. But today, because of the boys, I'm going to be adding a couple of this that I got Gino. I think it's Gino. My sister got this for me from Nigeria. I'm going to be adding those as well to eat. On the side, well, yeah, with a woman like myself watching this, we love to multitask. So on the side, while I was preparing all of that, not that I decided, the boys specially asked, and their friend or their cousin asked for my special jollof rice. And so I decided to make a big pot of jollof rice because he's going back to school on I think tomorrow, and he wants to take for himself and his friends. So can see that's a massive pot of jollof rice. So that's what you go through when you have just boys, you're feeding teenage boys, or you have boys in your life. If you know me very well, you know that I love to feed boys. I love to have boys around me. So that's my big pot of jollof rice cooking up there. And so once this is done, I'm going to pack it up for men into bowls, lunch bowls, and have them take to school. Yeah, hopefully before they come and pick this up, the meatballs should be ready, so they can have a couple of meatballs to go with it. Really, when yesterday when we were talking, I told the boys that I'm not going to cook today, but I think I found myself cooking. So this is my don't know, you can't see my thing. This is the meatballs. I'm mixing them, and when I mix them, I'll just going to touch on a very good dear topic, or topic that is dear to my heart. Usually when I make meatballs, this is actually my second time of making it. The first time I made meatballs, I added cheese to it, but I haven't got cheese at home now, so let's try and add in some olive oil. Yes, I got this, and because this olive oil, I actually love this olive oil. I discovered it in Aldi, and it's olive oil with infused olive oil with chili. So I love this olive oil a lot. So I'm going to put in like 2 tablespoons of the olive oil, so that it will also give you that, you know, chili sensation. And I'll mix up with my hands. My hands are my best tools, are the best tools I've got in my kitchen. So I'll mix them up properly. And when I mix them up, guys, let me just tell you something very quickly about parenting teenage boys. If you know me very well, did I introduce myself when I started this video? I don't think so. Well, my name is Kiki, and I'm a mama boys. I love teenage boys. I love men and anything teenage boy. I coach and mentor parents of teenage boys to be able to raise total focused, educated, or enlightened and developed teenage boys into men. I run a couple of programs, you know, to empower parents of teenagers, and I always say the best stage of parenting is the teenage stage. Trust me. My older son is 18, and I love every minute of parenting them. Now, about why I am actually doing this video, other than showing you what's happening in my kitchen on the 1st of January 2021. You know, we've all been in lockdown, and because of this lockdown, there are a lot of things a lot of us have to start learning. We've all been families, but if you would agree with me, sorry, I had to grab this very quickly that we used to mold my balls. If you would agree with me, you would know that if you're parents like myself, you will know that every one of us, including you, including me, get this. That's my baking sheet that I'm going to be putting on my tray, just to make sure these things don't stick to my tray. And so what I was saying is, if you are like me, a mama boy or mama teenagers, you will agree. I'm not feeling the moist in this thing, so I'm going to add a bit 2 more tablespoons. And that's the beauty of doing this thing yourself. You can do it as you want to taste. Now, as I was saying, if you're like me, a mama teenagers, you would agree that so many things happened during this lockdown that we were all not prepared for across the world. And what they're saying right now on the news, we really don't know what 2021 has got in stock for us, except what you make ready for yourself. So even the government, they're not sure of what is happening. They're not sure of what they're going to do. Yesterday, myself and my husband were talking about the boys' school. We got an email from them on the 30th, and then on the 21st we got on the 29th we got an email. On the 30th in the morning we got another one, and then in the evening before close of that day of the 30th we got another email from them. So that's to show that even they don't know what's happening. And would you blame them? I wouldn't, because that's everybody. That's where everybody is right now. The only way you can know what's happening, the only or have a say, is in what is happening. I must say to you, is if you take your place spiritually, take your place, and be in charge spiritually. I keep dipping my hands in water just to make sure these things don't stick. Just thought I'll say that as I go. So be in charge spiritually. Now back to our teenage boys and the things you can do to enjoy parenting them. 1, be prayerful. I think that goes for every aspect of our lives. We've got to be prayerful in everything we do. Prayer comes first. 2, be grateful. Yes, to parent teenage boys, we gotta be grateful. A lot of us, one thing we do a lot, one thing that we know how to do best as parents of teenagers is complain. And there was a summit I organized in August 2020. Can you imagine August last year? It feels good to be able to say last year again. So there was a summit I organized for parents in August 2020 last year, and parenting today's teenage boy. And one of the speakers said we should all flash back to or think, as he asked the question to say, since how long ago do you think the world or parents began to complain about teenagers? And really, when I remember that when I was a teenager, my parents, yeah, they used to complain that you do this, you do that as a teenage girl, as a teenage boy, blah, blah, blah. And even adults in church. One thing I remember very well is that my dad used to be one of the people that campaigned a lot for us teenagers growing up in church then. So all of these things now, we are now parents of teenagers and we still complain. So that means when I become a grandmother of teenagers, the complaint will still be on. So what can I do differently? Stop complaining. Because whether you complain from now to Jericho, the teenage hormones will still be there. Those teenage have I stopped that? Yes. Those teenage adventures will still be there. Those teenage tantrums will still be there. So why complain? Stop complaining. It's not the end of the world. Enjoy it. But let's come to think of it, even talking about complaining about teenagers. We complain about teenagers. I know parents of toddlers who complain. He will not sit in one place. Oh, before I wake up, he has woken me up. They are complaining. Babies, they are complaining. Why do we complain? And we are all so quick to blame the children of Israel who complained and then God made them to stay in the wilderness for so many years. Come to think of it. A lot of us parents are in the wilderness, actually. A lot of us parents are in the wilderness. When we're complaining, we're there in the wilderness. Rather than enjoying the blessings that God has given to us. Rather than enjoying these blessings that God has brought into our lives, we're busy complaining and we're remaining in the wilderness. So, stop complaining. Enjoy the blessings of God that makes rich and add no sorrow. Enjoy those children. Enjoy the best of them. Number 3. I said number 1 is be prayerful. Number 2 is be grateful. Yeah. Number 3 is stop complaining. Abi, help me to count. I lost count. Another one that I want to talk about is have a vision. What is your vision about your teenagers? What are you doing? What do you pray for them about? I said earlier on, pray. And I also said stop complaining. Replace complaining with a vision. What do you see for your teenagers? What do you see about their lives? Because in the process of you complaining, what you focus on, you would maximize. And by complaining, that means you're focusing on something You're focusing on a particular thing, and that thing keeps growing and growing and growing. And that's why we never cease complaining. It's become a cycle. We keep complaining, and that thing we're talking about, oh, he does this, oh, he does that, we're complaining about it. And then that thing keeps growing. Instead of you focusing on that thing, visualize, focus on the new thing, on that thing that you rather see in your teenagers. I'll give you a quick one. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but I put up a post, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, towards the end of 2020 on Instagram. You can go to my Instagram page, God Girl Kiki, and check it out. But I put up a post on Instagram, and that post was I talked about vision boarding. You know, it seemed like, or I call it my flexible vision board. Guess what my flexible vision board is? My home screen on my phone. It seemed like a lot of us do it. We put pictures that we like on our home screen, and then things that we, things that we're doing and everything. But you know what I do sometimes? I put the pictures of the things I love that I've seen my boys do, that I've taken the pictures, memories. I put it on my home screen from time to time. And when I put it on my home screen, that's me vision boarding, even for my husband. In December, I changed my home screen and my lock screen. The one on my lock screen is the boys and I, where I was cuddling them, and we took a picture. I think that picture was taken on my first son's 18th birthday. And then the one on my home screen is my hubby and I on my birthday. When we're messing about, I'm laughing. I won't tell you what we're doing, because people were there that day, and everybody was just like, what's wrong with these two people? But that's the one I have on my home screen, and I so love it. Then those pictures, and throughout the holiday, I just wanted to be happy. I just wanted things to just be, unique and different around me. So I put those pictures there to signify that throughout this holiday, it's laughter. We're all going to be laughing and playing. And guess what? That was what happened. There was no single argument. When children will be arguing, oh, I want to play the game, or mom, I want to go and stay in my room. Sometimes they go to their room, but I wanted to see more of them. So I used that as my vision board, and it came to pass. So visualize. Put what you want before you and see it. So when you see it often, it will become your reality. Quit complaining and put what you want to see before you, so that thing becomes your reality. And the final one I'm going to give to you this morning or afternoon or whenever it is that you're watching this video is feed yourself. Now, when I say feed yourself, I'm not talking about just the physical food. The physical food is good because when you're hungry, you become tired and cranky. But I'm talking about feeding yourself with positivity. Feed yourself with good words. Feed yourself with knowledge. Read. Learn about these children. Learn about the times they're living in. Learn about the dynamics of the lives of our teenagers now. Feed yourself, feed yourself, feed yourself. And be full. And when you're full, just like when you're full in your stomach, you're not so cranky. You're more productive. When you're full in your stomach, you're able to focus better. When you feed yourself upstairs. You are knowledgeable about raising teenagers, about the things the dynamics of the age they're living in. Because yes, we've been teenagers, but we have never lived the times they are in right now. So when you feed yourself about the dynamics of the times they're living in, you feed yourself with, how to raise teenage boys. You look for help, you get knowledge. You will be less cranky because you're already prepared. You already know ahead of whatever thing is going to come. So for you parent that's watching me, for you dad, for you mom that is watching this video, feed yourself. Be prepared for 2021. Things will happen. I remember at the beginning of lockdown, there were so many things. Everybody was trained on social media, on the internet. Learn this, learn that, learn this, learn that. And a lot of people did not bother. Why? Because they were prepared. Be prepared for whatever is coming your way. If your child is not yet a teenager, this is the best time to begin to prepare. Learn things. So when they put summits, parenting to this teenage boy, you go, oh, my son is still 8. Come off it, mom, come off it, dad. This is a time to jump on those summits and learn. I am not saying overwhelm yourself with everything that is going on the internet. In fact, you don't have to be everywhere, but you have to be able to identify the things that you need to stop, the things that you need to learn to start doing, and the things that you need to continue to do as a parent. And if you take on board this simple, useful tips, I promise you, you would enjoy every bit of raising teenagers, particularly teenage boys. I have finished molding my balls. Let me just show you very quickly. Look at that. Can you see the herbs peeping out of the balls? Yeah, that's it. I thought I would actually get a lot more than I have right now, but yeah, it's okay and good. And I am going to be frying them. So you can choose to actually fry like myself, but I actually don't know the English word for it, but so forgive me. So but it's just me. What's the English word for it? I can't remember. But in Africa, in Nigeria, we call it fry. Anyway, there's oil in the pan. It is frying. So I am going to be frying them one after the other. This shouldn't take me more than 20 to 30 minutes to fry them. There we go, frying them one after the other. So I'm going to do like 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Let's see. Yeah. I'll turn down the heat a bit so that it doesn't splash and burn my hand. So that the meatballs don't eat me before I eat them. Yeah, there you go. Let's see, more going in. I don't want them to stick actually. Let's see this. See, if you look at the meatballs very well, you see why I used my ice cream scoop to mold them, so that I can get the same size across the molding. And they actually, I did well, don't I? Yes, thank you. Yeah, and so let me do that. This has got space for one more because I don't want to do more than 3. Oh, what's happening there? I don't want to do more than 3 4. Yeah. So these ones are the fried ones, and these ones are the baked ones. But you really can't tell the difference, can you? Yeah. The boys are already devouring this, so can you hear their voices at the background? Yeah. Until I come your way again, I am Kiki, the founder of Joshua's Army, a parenting teenage boy enthusiast. I love you. If you know you have any question, please reach out to me. Or if you need help, reach out to me, and I'm here. I'm your girl, always here to support you. Trust me. I love you. Happy New Year, and I wish you and your family a splendid and amazing 2021. I'll see you at the end of 2021, right? Yes, I'll see you.